Hey everyone, I'm a little out of breath. I've been hiking for about 3 hours. Obviously, I'm not in Belize right now. Steph and I are spending some time in Zermatt, Switzerland. So right now I'm hiking the Alps. Let me just try to show you this view. So let me just step out of the way. Some more hikers are going by. Hello, bonjour. So just up here hiking, and what I want to talk to you guys about today, if I can get this out. I thought I was in shape, and I pretend to be in shape, but these hills are nothing to joke about. So what I want to talk about today is get yourself a view. All right, in life, man, you got to get yourself a view, and that can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. But wherever you're at now in the world, don't be satisfied with looking at the four walls of your cubicle if you're in an office, or looking at the same four walls of your home, wherever that may be. And I'm not saying you don't have a nice home, because you probably do have a great home. You probably do got some good friends, family around you, things that you love about where you live. But get yourself a view. Now, of course, you don't have to own the view. I mean, it'd be nice to own this view. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Just stunning. I don't necessarily want to own a chalet up here in these mountains, although that would be pretty cool, right? But to put down, $1.5–2 million to buy a chalet in Zermatt with this view, I don't need to do that. In fact, right now, these next 2 weeks are 100% paid for by our residual income coming from our Belize real estate investments. So everything, the renting of the chalet, all of our food, drinks, all the trains that we want to take up and around these mountains, everything's covered by our residual income from our Belize real estate investments. And that reminds me, for those of you guys looking at Belize as an investment tool, remember that if you're investing with your personal funds or your IRA, that what that's going to get you in return isn't just a little bit more money so you can pay the electric bill. It's going to give you a little bit more money so you can do things like this, right? So you can come out, you can spend a couple weeks, a couple months in Zermatt, just have the experience of a lifetime. But those also of you looking at Belize right now, you can own the view. You can absolutely own the view, and I hope you do, and I hope you can. I hope you've been financially successful enough in life where you can own the view. And for example, I had a client over the weekend put in an offer on an incredible piece of beachfront. I'm talking 100 feet wide, 200 feet deep, beautiful area surrounded by $1 million homes and multi-million-dollar resorts. It is just absolutely stunning. And his view overlooking the Barrier Reef and the Caribbean Sea is just hands down some of the best on Ambergris Caye. And he sent me this morning some renderings and some photos of the house that he'd like to build. And so we're going to help him work with a local architect in Belize and, of course, the builders to build his dream home. And the house itself is going to be absolutely amazing. I hope he allows me to interview him and then show the process of him buying the property and building the home, because the view is absolutely outstanding. And then by the same token, I had another client email me this morning, and she said, Dennis, the property that you were looking at for me, and it was 27,500. It was about a third of a mile from the beach, from Secret Beach. She said, I'm sorry, but I just had to go with a different property because the terms were a bit better. So she went with one about a mile from the beach in the Palm Gardens area. So congratulations to you. That's awesome. And congratulations on working with Will on that deal. Will's a good friend of mine. He'll take good care of you. So here's on the opposite side of the coin. We have someone that's just looking at land, right? And they're going to build their island dream home a mile from the beach. But you know what? She can take a golf cart or a bicycle and within 5 minutes be at Secret Beach, or within 6 minutes be on those beautiful east side properties, looking over the Caribbean Sea. So you can own the view, right? I mean, you can come up with the money to own a chalet up here in Zermatt, or you can come up with the money to build a $1 million, multi-million-dollar home on Ambergris Caye in Belize. And if you'd like to do that, I'd be more than happy More than happy to work with you. All right. But even if you can't, put yourself in a position where you're going to have a view. And there's views like this, guys, all over the world. In Belize, you're going to have some amazing views as you go to Key Calker and Ambergris Key and Placencia and the Coyote District. And as you're walking in the jungles and the hills of Belize and, you know, all the different things to do in and around Belize, including Mexico and Guatemala and the places to explore. And then when you go under the water, you're going to get yourself some incredible views of the second largest barrier reef in the world, right? As you go down snorkeling and diving, the things you're going to see there are going to be life-changing. And then if you want, and only if you want, you can do a little extra investing with me. And then with the proceeds, you can go anywhere in the world. You know, there are views like this all around the world. Those of you who know me and watching my videos for a while, you know that I plan on doing this major trip to Bhutan and Nepal. I want to hike for a couple weeks in Nepal. And so this is sort of like a starting point for me. I'm going to try to get my stamina up and cut my teeth, so to speak, on these hills. And what's neat about the Nepal trip too is the residual income from my investments in Belize will pay for 100% of that entire trip to Nepal. And that includes first class tickets, round trip, you know, staying at the nicest places, eating good food, drinking good wine, and all of that will be covered for by my Belize real estate investments. And so if you want to talk more about that, about investing in Belize or getting yourself a view, let me know. Be happy to get on a phone call with you. And right now, there is a restaurant. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right up there that has amazing looking traditional Swiss food. So I'm going to hike up there. It's going to take me about 5 minutes to get up there. And I'm going to sit. I'm going to enjoy a good lunch. Who knows, maybe have a good Swiss beer and just to enjoy the heck out of this before I make my way back down to the chalet. All right, guys, take care. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to jump on a Zoom call with me, hit me up at the link below, and I'd be so happy to work with you guys. And remember, get yourself a view.